Griff may have a history of taking the helm, but Rory has a reputation of crashing boats. Somebody should warn Captain Nick.
Come to port.
How annoyed will Griff be if he finds out I'm actually steering this?
You can all take turns.
I know, but he's very busy.
Does he gets upset, does he?
Yes.
Gently now. Come to port. But hit a yacht.
Do we want to hit the yacht or not, Nick?
No, better. The insurance company might be upset.
Okay. But good fun anyway.
Well, it adds excitement to life.
The strange thing about being on a steamboat is how quiet it is, but also how much hard work. It's 20 shovels of coal every 20 minutes.
Lovely.
Dara. Is there anybody there?
I can hear you, Rory. Can you hear me?
I can hear you so clearly. It's amazing, isn't it?
Isn't it incredible? You think we were like almost in the same room?
Well, I can actually see you.
You can see me. Wow, you really are good at this tube thing, aren't you?
Here's a question for you, Dara. Guess who is steering the ship?
Oh, shut up. I'm only taking over because you're speaking down the phone.
He's not barking instructions. Well, he is, but just leave the word instructions off the end of that.
Do you want us to put more coal on?
I'll tell you what, Dara, a little treat for you.
Yes.
Hold your hand out by each other and drop a little sweetie down for you.
Oh. Hey!
And if you're a good boy, you can have another one.
Thank you very much. It's a cough sweet. Nice. Nice work, my friend.
That's right.
And the other one's lower. The other one's lower.
That's a good one.
Coast Guard will be saying, you know, who's making sound signals in the sound of Dara?
Yeah, well done.
Here.
This is a special treat for you, Dara. In here we have the, I think it's a 14-year-old Dara, which has been aged in a Pinot Noir.
Having played out all our childhood fantasies about wrecking a steamboat, it was time to tuck into the free food and drink we'd managed to blag so far. Lamb from the estate and whiskey from the distillery.
They managed to whip up a 14-year aged wine just in time for you to arrive.
Minutes, yes. No.
Yeah.
Well, I rang ahead 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you want one as well?
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I love an
God,
octopus.
this is heaven.
Doesn't that look good?
That looks amazing.
What does the whiskey taste like?
It tastes very rich, and you get a certain sense of the wine that it was casked in.
Musty?
Not musty,
Not at all, no.
Dark?
Like a sweaty man coming out of a gym. No, it's not musty.
Well, I'm just thinking sort of the flavour of Rory. The deep, interesting scent of Rory.
I'm looking at it. It doesn't smell of it, but it is ruddy. You've got to admit, it is ruddy.
It's not peaty and or medicinal, is it? It's more. It's smoother vanilla. It's more sort of sulphury.
It's strong, like you, Rory.
It's strong like me.
Yes,
It's bright red
dark.
like me.
Slightly out of control.
Go.
Oh my God, that's good.
Good.
That's really good.
We're in heaven.
Thank you very much. I don't think I'd prefer to have the actual Pinot Noir rather than the whiskey.
With the lamb, yeah.
Soaked in the Pinot Noir.
After a day steaming, we make it to Groove Haven. Next morning, there's a race, a leg of the West Highland Yachting Week. We need to go ashore to sign in. And this seems to be a more elaborate procedure than we had expected.
Thank you very much,
Very nice. Great drummer.
That's never not embarrassing, yeah?
I think we've come to the wrong place.
God, imagine if we have. Yeah. Imagine we go, this is not a Trish Marsh.
Hey.
We'll get another 3 men in the boat, right?
Well, what a surprise.
Keep an eye for it.
All I can say is we better win the race after that.
Perhaps, Griff, it's more sensible not to win. Next morning, Griff was up and about early, eyeing up the competition with Ross, whose boat we would be borrowing for the race.
Our main job is just to look good on the water, I think.
Dear, don't tell the others that. Do you understand how competitive they are?
Until we get on board.
West Highland Yachting Week is one of Scotland's largest sailing events, and we'll be up against 120 other yachts on a 17-mile sail up to the Firth of Lorne to Oban.
Something you should know, Ross, though, that Griff is a very good sailor. Dara and I are completely incompetent.
No, you're
we
not.
learn
Don't
to
do
sail.
yourself down.
We
do it once a year.
Once a year for 9 days, we get shouted at by you and taught the same things we learnt the year before, but have forgotten.
The Truant was built on the Clyde in 1905 by William Fife, the Enzo Ferrari of boat builders. Ross has spent years restoring it to its original condition, and now he's a worried man. She's an exceptional yacht with an unexceptional crew.
OK, bear away, Griff. Bearing away. Behind this boat, here.
At the start, it's a little bit hectic, but we mustn't cross the line before that gun sounds.
That's tight.
Good stuff.
Hard enough.
You know what's happening there? No, I don't have that.
I'm falling over. Help me, somebody.
I've got the tiller.
Have you got the tiller? OK.
And that's our gun, and we're off.
OK, OK. Oh, not that name.
Crazy, eh?
Start
Keep
picking
an
them
eye
up
on this
now.
red bloke.
Yep, he's dead ahead, just on your port side. Sail right by, take his wind.
OK, we're the overtaking boat, don't forget.
Yeah.
So tell me if you want me to dip him.
Head on up, go above him, Griff.
We'll go above him.
We have some type
Mind your back.
section. Dip anyone.
Mind your coat.
Okay, fine. Okay, we'll sit here.
I'm standing by for
Sorry
Jack.
to shout at you.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm shouting at you. I'm just instructing because we've got this big red boat here. And we want to
That is your...
Look here, we're going to overtake. We're going to take this boat.
I'm not shouting at you, I'm just instructing you. It's bad that's bad parenting in a nutshell.
The crucial part of the race is at the buoy, where we have to make a sharp right turn to take us up the coast.
Which side do we
We're
leave?
leaving it on our starboard side.
Okay.
It's said that whoever makes the turn first has the advantage. And it seems that every other boat in our class knows this.
Right. Round we go.
Let us get to windward of all these boats.
Okay, all right.
Pull it back towards you, pull it back towards you.
We're not going, these guys. What are they doing? Come on.
We need room! We need room! We need room! We need room!
No. Tack, guys. Come on.
Okay,
What's the matter with them?
bear away.
I know. What are they doing? Evil business. We had to launch a protest against these guys. We should have stayed on our tack for longer, cleared all of them, and then tacked. The mistake we made was tacking into amongst them and finding that the boat immediately to our downwind of us, or upwind of us, was, not upwind, I mean, yeah, well, nearer the mark, was actually, had not tacked, had just stayed on their course. Then when we tried to sort of overcome that, we found that we had this big green bastard who'd come in and tacked on. Now, he was the one who shouldn't have done that.
What Griff is saying, in a nutshell, what he's saying, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
No,
basically,
I'm saying it was my
all
fault.
you should take from that is big green bastard. That's all you should take from that.
No, it was my fault. I accept that it was
Yeah,
my
but-
error to tack too soon.
By the way, this is the way Griff talks all the time on these trips. We actually just stop listening.
Once out in open water, all we can do is find the wind and bomb on up the coast as fast as we can.
There's a lot of water coming over here.
Yeah, I used to sit there.
You used to sit there.
I used to sit there, yeah, where that ocean is now.
Really? It's been reclaimed.
One thing is sure, this is a hell of a way to see Scotland. if you can actually take your eyes off the race.
I will say this for sailing races. Or maybe an endurance test, but you do get to eat a sandwich and have a drink midway through.
Jensen Button, does he have a drink halfway around the track?
I don't think that in the pit he stops and has a sandwich, no.
I think there's a mini bar in his car, doesn't he?
During the race, several protests have already been lodged with the race committee about our boy incident. So even at the end, we'll have no idea what our final position is.
Stand by to harden up. Stand by. Start hardening up. Start hardening.
In fact, the finish line itself is a little bit confusing.
Start hardening. Harden. That's us, Griff. That's us. Is it? Yeah. Hey, Bert, that's a finish! Hey, we finished!
That's us finished, that's us.
Yeah, I thought the finish was... I've just done a little...
Your speech was longer than your instructions for the finish. We're still thought, whoa!
Oh, yeah! It's a good thing he raised his hat to the finish.
The ending came very suddenly because we all thought the ending was further along, but then somebody went, and we went, oh, it's over. That's how yacht races end. A man goes, and then you just stop.
Next time, our journey continues north.
Testing our sailing skills.
Go on, something. I can hear it ripping.
Our fishing skills.
I've got my fish. I've got it. I'm on.
And Rory's skills at blagging yet more free whiskey.
We get more remote and the boat becomes more crowded. 3 men become 4.
I feel like I'm a pawn in a game here. I'm being drawn into a maelstrom of bitchiness and gossip.
But hang on, Griff, what about the race? Where do we come in the race?
Which class were we in?
We were class 7.
That's 4, 5, 7. Second! Ha!
You'll take that.
And the adventure continues Thursday at 8. A homemade flavoured beer showdown between Oz and Hugh on the way next as they continue their mission to raise the bar. The good and the bad bits of 2010. Charlie Brooker looks back at the year in an hour here on BBC Two.